Hi guys, nice to see you again. First of all, I just want to say thank you everyone for your feedback on my last, my first and most recent video. So based on that, I'm doing a quick tutorial on how to configure your Google Analytics. On top of that, what I've decided I'm going to do is create a series of chapters. So for example, this is going to be the tracking chapter. And then after that, depends on what you guys want to know about, basically. And I'll just keep doing very short. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. But I know sometimes I do digress a little bit, you know. And yeah, let's crack on. So I'm going on the assumption that you guys already have your Google set up and you just want to know how to configure it. If that's not the case, then please just let me know and I'll do another separate an extra tutorial on top, because I've got 5 planned for this series, but yeah, I wasn't including sort of setup. So yeah, I was just going to go straight on. So basically these are the most commonly missed things that I see personally as an analyst, as a web designer, as a strategic geek. These are what I see. So a common one here, make sure you've got the right one on. If you've not got an SSL certificate on your website, make sure you get one. Either speak to your developer, or if you don't know what that is, I've actually got an article on my website about it. I'll post the link in my blog beneath here. These videos are going to be on YouTube, so check it out on YouTube. Subscribe if you want, if you want to learn more. Yeah, so just get yourself an SSL, make sure that's got HTTPS, because otherwise Google will punish you, honestly. Just be sure that you've got your industry categories here. So I already did this a moment ago. I'll be totally honest, I had some major technology issues and not all the settings got reset. And the other one, this by default is switched off. So while this is switched off, no matter how you've got your Google set up and you've been, collecting data for 6 months or whatever, waiting to get some really good information about your audience, if that's not clicked on, which it isn't by default, by the way, and if you haven't clicked it on, the chances are your developer hasn't either, because web developers, this isn't their job. Their job is to build the website, but often people hire a web designer, web developer, think that everything's going to be all in one, and they don't. They get half a job. So you need to do this basically. So you'll find out about the gender, the age, the location, the interests, where they like to shop, whether they shop using, whether they browse online using desktop or mobile, all the information you need to build up your perfect buyer persona. So this is literally crucial. Search Console, I'm going to come to in lesson 3 because it's really important, but we need to do some other things first in the way that I'm going to show you how to do it. And then also just make sure you've got this, just so you've got your user metrics, because obviously that's important too. So I'm moving very quickly, by the way, guys. You can replay this as many times as you want if you miss anything. But I just don't want to sort of waste a lot of your time or take up a lot of your time. We're all business owners here. We've all got things to do. We all like to do things quickly. So yeah, let me just move this over here. And so we've got the view section here. So I'll start with view. Okay, so again, just double check all of this information here. The view name, you can customize that if you're going to have a few views. This one works perfectly for me generally. Okay, so scroll down, just one to check, US dollar. Just make sure that's the right, with GBP, why not? There we go, you're English, love. Okay, just leave that as it is for now. Hit save. And then this is an interesting one I want to show you, goals. People miss this a lot. So I'm not going to go into the complex ones because, like I said, we've not got a lot of time here. And it can be quite, what's the word? It can be quite daunting, let's just say. So custom goals. I'd always go for custom if I were you, because you have to have, for these ones to work, you have to have it configured already. Like, Google needs to know where these things happen, so you'd have to set that up. But there are some goals you can make here that are just so easy to set up. So if for example, if your aim is just to make people, is to have people engaged on your website, so let's just say engaged, and that means they were, I don't know, online for 3 minutes. So just call it that. So easy. Duration, continue. Duration greater than 3 minutes. And if that has a monetary value to you, then great, add it. If not, then just hit save. And now when you get your monthly reports, it'll tell you how many goals you've achieved. Okay, and there you go. And then the other one I wanted to talk to you about was, oh yeah, custom alerts. This is a really useful one. So say you've been running a campaign and you just want to see if it's actually like made any difference or not. So you could be like 10% extra traffic. Yeah, and you can obviously choose which views you apply it to. I've got a few on there, so you can ignore that. So when sessions, say, increase by percentage more than 10% in same day in a previous week, we can do previous day, previous year, however you like. Save alert, there you go. And then you get these email alerts to show you. So you don't have to check every day if you don't want to have to keep logging in and, you know, trying to find the right bit. You just get emails saying, hey, your traffic increased by 10% from yesterday. Woo, you know. So that's really useful. Okay, there was one other thing I really wanted to show you. So here at the top, you see create view. Let's just go ahead and create a new view. And I'm going to call this exclude. Yeah, here it is, excluding me, because I do this a lot. So I'm going to exclude me because basically you don't, as much as it's lovely to see high results on your Google account, you don't want to be under false pretenses because, you know, you're seeing all these numbers and thinking, oh yeah, I've got loads of people on my website, when in reality you haven't. It's just you because you keep looking to make sure everything looks all right, everything, you know, looks lovely on your pretty new website. So it's absolutely crucial that you add a filter in this new view of yours. So let's add a filter. I'm pretty sure this is going to come up again. No, maybe not. Excluding my IP address. So open new tab in Google, just type in IP address, and this is my IP address, my public IP address, nothing secret there, but it's how, for example, other websites, you know, with cookies, when you go back to a website, they know it's you, they remember things in your car, all of that jazz. So this is the same way Google looks at things. So all you have to do, I'm going to move me out of the way again. Always in the way. Exclude, filter type, source or destination, traffic from the IP address that are equal to, and then just simply paste that IP address in there. Anyone else on your team, anyone in your family who's helping out, any friends who you've asked to help testing, put all of their IP addresses in here and hit save. So you've got all your website data, and then you've got all of your excluding me. So it's just really easy to switch between your stats and just not have, you know, any false hopes you've got a million views when really it's just you. And also your IP address can change as well. So if you change location, if you use different Wi-Fi, different country, I don't know, just be sure to double check the IP address if you want to stay fully on top of your stats. So yeah, that was it. That was the first like configuration thing. What I want to show you in the next lesson is how to actually get set up on Google Tag Manager. Okay, go away. So it sounds, many of you might not have heard about Google Tag Manager, and it does sound quite daunting, and it does actually look quite daunting as well when you start. But the thing is, with Google Tag Manager, the difference is you have one code that you put in your website, and the rest is done on Google Tag Manager. So you don't have to have loads of extra code on your website, slowing it down, which you know is bad for SEO, or I hope you do by now. And you don't have to ask a developer to change your website and go into the back end and get charged probably a fair bit just to do that each time. So this is really beneficial. And once I've shown you to do that, we'll go into Google's Search Console, which is the start of the SEO side of things here. You know how to make sure Google's indexing your pages properly, crawling your pages, notifying you if there are any broken links, and also making sure you've got a proper sitemap. Okay, yeah, so I think that takes us to the end of lesson 1 of chapter 1 of KC Marketing Creations. I don't know, something course. I have not even thought of a name for it yet. Any suggestions are more than welcome. But I just really hope this has been useful to you. I hope this is the kind of thing that can help you. And I really just want to hear your feedback. I want to hear what you want to learn. I want to hear, what I can do better. But also what you want to know you can do better. And so I'll be releasing these one every week. Subscribe to the YouTube if you can. And see you all soon. Thank you very much.